Nate Jacobs is dead, buried in the ground, killed by a rattlesnake. And that is somehow not even the most shocking thing that happened in the penultimate episode of Euphoria Season 3. The finale is 1 week away, and every single storyline just collided at once. Here is the full breakdown. Massive spoilers ahead. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back. Euphoria Season 3 just delivered its second-to-last episode, and Sam Levinson has officially raised the stakes to a level where nobody is safe and nothing is predictable. We have a major character death, a deeply emotional backstory reveal, a double agent situation unraveling in real time, and a safe full of IDs belonging to missing women that just blew the entire final act open. If you are watching this season, this episode changed everything. Let's break it all down. Let's start with the biggest moment of the episode, because Jacob Elordi's Nate Jacobs, one of the most central and controversial characters in Euphoria's entire run, is gone. And the way he died is one of the most uniquely Euphoria endings imaginable. Nate was buried alive underground by Naz beneath a construction site as leverage to force Cassie to come up with the $1 million he owed within 72 hours. The plan was brutal but simple. Pay the money, Nate lives. Do not pay, Nate dies of thirst in the ground. A rattlesnake got there first. Cassie, trying desperately to find the money, turned to Maddie for help. Maddie turned to Alamo. Alamo killed Naz on the spot instead of helping, which meant the attempt to save Nate was not only too late, but also catastrophically counterproductive. Nate's body was found by Cassie after everything had already gone wrong. Jacob Elordi spoke about the death in a behind-the-scenes video, and his reaction to how Nate's story ended was genuinely thoughtful. He described Nate as someone who made so many dark choices across the show's entire run, and said it was meaningful to see all of that come to its conclusion. He also gave one of the more memorable actor quotes about a death scene, acknowledging the strange peace of lying in a confined space, while also noting that the boa constrictor production used for close-up shots kept falling asleep and needed to be nudged to cooperate. The actual rattlesnake shots used a real reptile, apparently named something unprintable, while the snake in the coffin with Elordi was a boa constrictor with a fake rattle attached. Here is where Nate's death spirals into something far more dangerous for everyone involved. When Maddie went to Alamo for help and mentioned a fight between Rue and Lexi in passing, she accidentally handed Alamo exactly the information he needed. That offhand comment tipped Alamo off to the fact that something is wrong with Rue and the DEA. Rue is already operating as a double agent, trying to lead both Alamo and Lori directly to federal investigators while keeping both sides in the dark about what she is doing. That plan required both parties to remain unaware of her cooperation. Now Alamo knows something is wrong. The already razor-thin margin for error in Rue's situation has essentially disappeared. One of the most emotionally powerful sequences in this episode was not about the drug money or the violence. It was a flashback that finally showed audiences who Ali was before he became the steady, grounded mentor figure we've known throughout the series. The episode opened with a look back at Ali's own history with drug addiction before he got sober, scenes that show him in the darkest period of his life, including an encounter with a character played by Natasha Lyonne. Coleman Domingo, who plays Ali, spoke about the significance of finally revealing that backstory. He said showing where Ali came from, the dark places he went through, adds weight to everything Ali does in the present day. Viewers already knew Ali had a difficult history because he talked about it. Now they could see it. The gap between knowing something and witnessing it is enormous. Domingo also spoke specifically about working with Natasha Lyonne on the flashback scene, saying it was the kind of wild, committed performance he could only do with her. That collaboration produced one of the episode's most memorable sequences. In the present-day timeline, Ali is the person Rue turns to after Lexi fails to believe her when she confesses the full truth, that she's been working for Lori and Alamo and is now cooperating with federal agents. Ali begs Rue not to go through with the rest of the plan. His concern is not just strategic, it's the concern of someone who has been exactly where Rue is, who knows what happens when things go wrong at this level. The episode closes on a cliffhanger that reframes the entire scope of what this season has been building towards, and it's genuinely disturbing. Faye, after being threatened by Wayne, experiences a sudden change of heart. She offers to help Rue steal the money from Wayne's safe and escape before the deal goes through in the morning. It looks, for a moment, like a genuine lifeline, a way out of the entire situation. They open the safe. There is no money inside. Instead, there are dozens of identity documents belonging to young women that Rue doesn't recognize, the IDs of women nobody has seen or heard from. In a show that has dealt with exploitation and trafficking in the background of multiple storylines, a safe full of identified women's IDs is an unmistakably dark signal about what has actually been happening in Wayne's operation. Faye tells Rue to put them back and forget about it. Rue doesn't listen. Faye screams and wakes Wayne up. The episode ends there, with Rue caught, evidence of something potentially much larger than drug trafficking in her hands, and the finale 1 week away. Nate Jacobs is dead. Alamo knows about Rue. Ali is begging her to stop, and a safe full of missing women's IDs just changed everything. The Euphoria Season 3 finale can't get here fast enough. Drop your reaction in the comments. Hit like, subscribe, and we'll see you for the finale breakdown. Don't miss it.